Hey everybody, Robert Wheeler here with Whitebone Knives. Today I wanted to do another garden update, just showing you the progress that we've made so far, and let's get started. Alright, over here we have our green beans just taking off, and look at that guy. He's coming on pretty nice long green beans, and should be getting some more here soon. They just started coming on, and this is about the middle of July. Got a little strawberry plant down there. He's doing all right. Haven't had any runners off him yet, though. Here's our cucumbers, and man, these are just doing really well. Look at that little guy right there. Right down here. You can see a nice cucumber. There's one up there. These have been doing really well. And we've already harvested maybe four or five cucumbers off this. And nice and big. And these leaves are just doing fantastic. Nice big leaves, and there's still blossoms coming in everywhere. So all right, next to onto the zucchinis, and you can see here this stem is just incredible. How thick it is, and plenty of blossoms still coming on. And we have harvested plenty of zucchini and squash so far, and we're loving it. It's just coming on really well. And here's our other strawberry plant, and this guy is doing phenomenal. Right here you can see the two runners coming through here, and also there's a runner coming off of this one going into here. So I'm looking forward to seeing how fast these can spread and what we can get out of them, because this year we only got a couple berries, but I mean, we just planted them this year, and the birds actually got a couple of our berries, so that was kind of a little disheartening, but that's okay. We got to try a few of them, so that's cool. And this little guy, he is doing very well. This one is actually a plant from my dad. He was so gracious enough to let me have some of his leftover plants. It was just plants that he wasn't going to use, so I figured I'd plant them despite late in the year. I just figured I'd try it out and see if they would grow. They got planted maybe a couple weeks to a month after the other plants did. So if they don't grow, then that's okay. They weren't going to be put to use anyways. Right down there we got another zucchini coming, and man, these things grow like crazy. There's another little guy coming on. And over here we have more squash. Now, I've been getting zucchini first over my squash, but there's a squash down there. Okay, and then our carrots are doing all right in this row. And there's that another little guy got added, same as that one. I don't know if they'll come on though. That the summer heat is really taking them out. And just pulling a couple weeds here. And weeds really aren't that bad. I mean, you can pull them out by the roots with that back to Eden gardening method, and they just come right out of the soil really easy. And this is just our first year, so I'm looking forward to the later years in the back to Eden gardening method. So, alright, here's another big boy for squash, I believe this is. Yep, there's a squash. And take a look at these peas. So we have some peas coming on. We've already harvested some of them, and we're going to be mixing some stir fry with these bad boys. I just eat the pods and all. Man, they're really sweet. Taste really good. I love the taste of sweet peas, and they're coming on full force, so I'll get out here and pick some later. But my dad also gave me some pepper plants too, but like I said, I don't know if they'll be able to make it this year or not. Our raspberry vine has been growing all the way up through the fence. And let me see if I can get him here. And he's going on to the other side, so I'm gonna let him go back there and keep doing his thing. Here's our grape plant, and well, our grapevine, I guess. And it's doing all right. I guess it's starting to attach to the lattice, and it's doing okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't have any experience in grapes, but it's growing, so I guess that's the main thing, and it looks healthy. So, but here's our jalapenos, and they're coming on nice, very nicely. So I'm very much looking forward to these, making some stuffed peppers, and that should be amazing. A little more coming on there, little guy. And then I can't see any on this one, I don't think. Nope, but he's got blossoms, and that's all that matters. Wow, look at those tomatoes. They are just booming in this summer heat. And let me get a close up here. This is like a branch off of the bottom. There's a little tomato, and this whole plant is just littered with tomatoes. Look at that guy right there. Starting to get some size to him. But I believe these ones were the beefsteak tomatoes, so they should get pretty large. So they got a lot of growing to do, but you know, that's okay. I'm okay with being patient. But let me just go around here to the other side. My gosh, look at these. All those beautiful tomatoes, they're just coming on in full force, and I love it. I absolutely love tomatoes. I can't wait to have a whole bunch of them. I think there was a real big one back there, maybe. Nope. He's in there somewhere, but there's another good bunch of them. And we have 12 tomato plants in total, so we are going to be swimming in tomatoes this year. But I'm more than okay with that. But here's our Swiss chard, and I love this stuff. I mean, you put it in the ground and you grow it in bunches like this, and it just keeps coming back after you harvest it. And these leaves have been harvested. I caught them pretty much all off about maybe a week ago, and they all come right back. It's crazy how quick that they grow. But what we've been doing with them is we've been processing them in our food processor and pureeing them down into like a little paste almost, and then we'll put that into our noodles. So we've been making homemade noodles with Swiss chard infused inside them, and it's turned out really well so far. So I definitely recommend putting this stuff in your noodles. And it's also nice if you don't have any spinach, you can put these leaves on your sandwiches, and that makes for a extra bite of flavor in your sandwiches. And look at our broccoli. These are coming on pretty awesome. These two on the end here are getting pretty big heads, and they'll probably be picked here soon. I don't want to let them go to flower or anything, but this one is just really big. I mean, I get my whole hand around it. And I just want to show you guys how thick these stems are. I mean, there are some nice stems. You can see that down there. That's just crazy. I've never seen my gardens do this well. I think it really owe it to the Back to Eden gardening. And I know I'm walking around all over, but let me dig down here and see if we can actually find any wet ground. And it is hot out right now. It's very hot. It's like been in the 90s in the past couple days. So you dig down a couple inches and you can actually see moisture down here, and that is the answer. That is definitely the answer. So I'm gonna cover that back up and leave that for the plants. But hey, come over here, we can check out our rhubarb. And we did this from rootstock this year, and it's actually coming on pretty nice. I love rhubarb pie, and I'm very looking forward to having my wife make us some pies, as she does baking for a living. So I got the best of both worlds there. But okay, here's the little watermelon that's coming on, and this was one of the plants from my dad. So he got a late start. I'm not expecting too much to come from this one, but you know, if something comes on, then it does, but if it doesn't, then that's okay. So, but alright guys, that was the garden update, and I hope you enjoyed it. So get out there and enjoy your gardens, and thanks for watching. God bless.